couple of us find our perches as we land here in our tree of beautiful birds, of spiritual birds. I'm Colleen DeVries. I'm one of the many practitioners here at CSL Parker, and I have the great honor of being the official for this service. I don't know about you all, but I'm so tired of Skype and Zoom and every other tool there could possibly be that I live on for over a year. And to be here with everyone and to feel this energy. Our energy flows even just 6 feet apart, right? And so welcome to the center here in Parker. The Center of Spiritual Living is all about welcoming everyone. No matter where you come from, what your path in your spiritual life is, you are welcome here. And today, we are going to celebrate that path that we are all on. I also have a wonderful guest welcome. Reverend Stephanie Stewart is here from New Dawn. Reverend Stephanie, would you stand for us? Welcome, Reverend Stephanie. It's truly our honor to have you here with our wonderful community. Welcome. And so let's just take one deep breath in here and just bring in more of the Spirit of God. Just lower your heads just a little bit, just to a relaxed place. And know that all the energy that you have brought today was God's creation, God in you. For God has the sun shining on us this morning, welcomes us with a beautiful Colorado sky, intrigues us with the purity of the snow on the mountaintops. For all of this beauty of God is that which is in with each of us. For you are a God child in a human experience, a divine experience. And this morning we are so grateful for and so welcome. May today be a day filled with joy, love, peace, and the hallmark of all today, celebration of life and soul. So please join me in saying, and so it is. Amen. And now we will have our meditation.
Sit back and relax if you choose. As we close our eyes, we turn our reflection within. For there is a great highway inside of you that leads back to a divine presence to which you are connected. An eternal source. Reflection within presents the celestial lights, the way shower, the inward guide, and as we breathe in and breathe out, know that you are this eternal presence. The divine river of life pulses through us, in us, and around us. This force is your identity, giving life to this visible frame. Oh, my beloved, I know thou art with me for about eternities of time. Providing, guarding, guiding. If only I had eyes to see and ears to listen. Make me a receptive vehicle that I may serve mankind. Let me be the expression of love that you give me. Let me share that with others. This is my great refuge that I can turn to anytime. The peace that passes all understanding lies within me. Divine grace is here right now, inside each one of us. Let us enjoy this sharing of this presence in this community, right here, right now. It is done completely, perfectly, and wholly. And it is so.
I slipped into such a moment of peace there. I wasn't even ready to stand up. Wasn't that wonderful? Meditation, music, so good for the soul. You know, I don't think we can have enough prayer in the day. So let's just have just a bit more prayer this morning. God embraces each one of us now. And God is smiling. For God lives through us. And in each of you making the decision to come here and be a part of this community this morning makes God's life so good, so divine. For God is smiling on us now. The God in you is smiling. For we are all divine. And in this moment, we know that this is where we are to be. We are who we are. This I am that each of us is perfection. So join me in saying, and so it is. When Dr. Deneen contacted me and gave me the opportunity to be the representative for this community and conduct this service, I was overjoyed. And she sends me a note like we always do, and that is, would you please summarize what you're going to share with our wonderful community? And so at that time you go, yes, okay, I think I have the message, I know it. So I said, our lives are our legacy. And I asked everyone to ask that question, and what will your legacy be? So here today we're recognizing that life is very sacred. We arrive on earth with all of God's perfection, and we're joyful as babies. And then we wonder, what are we going to do? The first thing we do is we have to recognize that we are blessed with infinite abundance of love, joy, peace, compassion, and spiritual poise. It can only be diminished by our own thoughts. All the power of the universe is within us through unity in God. Feel God, have faith, and then live this truth to create your legacy. So we're going to today embrace our power to create that legacy. And we're going to do it by recognizing that the nature of being in unity has three distinct elements to it. We have spirit, we have soul, and we have body. And the most important element that we're going to talk about today is the soul. The captain of our ship, you might have heard it called. And when we look at Science of Mind and Dr. Ernest Holmes' perspective, he says to us, it is necessary that soul and body should exist. Why? Because spirit without manifestation would construct only a dream world. It would never come to self-realization. In order to express, there must be a minimum through which spirit manifests. And there must be manifestation. Hence, you have a soul and you have a body. The teachings of great thinkers of all times, no matter what spiritual belief or faith there is, live in a threefold universe. They live in spirit, they live in soul, and they live in body, which is the same as we see in Science of Mind as intelligence, substance, and form. This is our trinity of faith. So what am I going to do with a part of that trinity today? We're going to explore the soul, because the soul is actually what creates our legacy. So the soul often speaks to us, and it says that it has longing. Just think for a moment. What have you ever longed for in your life? I was longing for a drink of water. There are short longings, there are long ones. I was longing to be here today. I have needed this so much. I live alone, but with my 4 dogs, and God bless them. They're great, but they're not great conversationalists. So we long for things in our lives, and when we are, it's our soul that's longing for it. I was so blessed. I received an email from Reverend Marilyn. She said, "I'm excited to join you in our community on Sunday. I know you'll inspire." And I responded to her and I said, please, please, have a prayer for me. Because at that moment, when I got that, I wasn't sure what we were going to experience today. When I woke up the next morning, it was all there. Perfectly laid out. So I'm hoping that what we do today, which is going to be very experiential and fun, is what is going to awaken your soul for you to develop your legacy of the future. For what we've been talking about all along has been being creative. And believe me, anytime I conduct a service, it's going to be creative. So hope you'll join me in this. So, taking our soul, developing a legacy. There can be a positive legacy and there can be a negative legacy. The way that we create our legacy is through our soul. And Mark Nepo said the soul is the center of universal spirit that is in each human being. And it can be positive. Like some people might think about Oprah. She's lived most of her adult life really being very authentic, hasn't she? She's been a pillar in the world. She gives education in Africa, etc. So that's her legacy. Now, there are other legacies that one can take a path to. A legacy could be that every day one gets up and says, I don't have enough money. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a good person. I don't know if I'm a bad person. And if there are children who are surrounding us, they feel that. Anytime we are the person that is so wrapped up in the energy of woe and loss and fear, that's a legacy that can be left too. But that's not the legacy we want to live, is it? We want something better than that. We want our souls to be great experiential times for our lives. We develop our soul when we take a walk in nature. I'll never forget one fall that I was out on one of the walking paths, and it was chilly around me, but the sun was shining. And I came upon this tree, and I just happened to want to rest by it. And I experienced the most wonderful thing. That tree was radiating warmth to me. That was God's radiation of warmth to me through a tree. And if we take the time in our lives just to experience those things, that's what enriches our souls. I also celebrated my birthday from last Sunday with a friend just on Thursday evening. And I made reservations at, I didn't make reservations. I wanted to go to 52 Seasons. And I said, no one's out dining. People are still staying at home. I don't need to worry about this. And I said to my friend and my sister, I said, for her first outing since she's been treated for lung cancer, I said, we'll be safe, right? They have big booths, they're isolated, and we'll just be there at 5 o'clock and no one will be there. Well, it turned out we got there and everybody was there. There was no reservation to be had until at least 7 o'clock, and here I had everyone there. So we said, well, let's go someplace else. And so we just went up to Nordstrom, since this was to be a special celebration, and went to their cafeteria. And we sat down, and it was perfect. God put us in the perfect place because it was quiet. We could talk. The menu was simple. We didn't want anything that was going to be several courses or anything. We wanted to enjoy the love of each other. And so I was so happy. And before the meal, I said, let's pray. And I said what I thought was just a normal prayer for me, to just say thank you Thank you for my family, my friends, for those of us who have come through all of these difficulties to be here. I just said thank you. I never thought another thing of it. It's part of life. And then lo and behold, we had just finished our meal and we were laughing, and a couple came up and stood by our table. And they said, thank you for the prayer. How often does that happen in our lives? That's just something as simple as a prayer had stirred someone else to feel better and to feel loved. So you just never know when what we do that are the simple things in life will have an impact on someone else. So now we're going to dive into energizing your souls. And I'm sure you all wonder what in the world did she set up this time. So I need to make sure. Does everyone have a gift bag and a rose? Hey, we're off to a great start. What we're going to do is we're going to experience God's qualities. You've already experienced one. The opportunity to receive. And what's love about? What's God about? God's about giving and receiving. And sometimes the receiving is the hardest part. So, yay, thank you for this celebration. So now it's time to open your bags. Yes, have fun with it. Please have fun with the ripped pear. All right, so you figured out you got tools. Now let me help you use those tools. Because everyone should have a horn, they should have a black stone with words on both sides of it. They should have paper and pen, and they should have a balloon. Okay? Now, I made a couple of dozens. There could be someone that has a white stone. And when we get to a certain phase, I'll be asking if anyone has a white stone. Okay? So it's a little surprise that comes later. So, feeding our soul, nourishing our soul. It's recognizing all of God's qualities, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to create an awareness of what those qualities of God are through the way that we actually play and celebrate today. Because this is a joyous moment for God. So the first one is, I want you to look at your stone. Okay? You've got two sides to your stone. And I need you to hold up your stone if it says joy. How many joys do we have up there? There we have. And so for a joy person, can you tell me what it says on the other side of your stone? Does it say shine bright? Exactly. Shine bright. Be who you are. And now I need a concert. Okay? I need everyone to get their horn out. Now, believe me, these have been sanitized, not touched by anyone. You're all good. And on the count of three, I want celebration. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Doesn't it feel good to be a child again? Kids remember, walking around the house and tooting your horn and just, who cares, Dad's on the phone, but who cares, right? It's the joy in life. Okay? Now the second part, the quality of God. I want you to look at your stone and see who has faith. Raise your hand if you have faith. Look at us. We have faith. And what does it say on the other side of your stone? Be inspired. Our faith inspires us every day. Our faith to recognize that wonderful miracles in each day inspire us. They are joyful. It's what we are. to be living. And we have an opportunity in our lives to be inspired, feel it, but also to inspire others through our actions, through our demonstration of what we do. Faith that offers life, the life of goodness that God has promised us, that goodness that is in each one of you. So an example. So I was sitting by a friend of mine, and we were on a bus. And we knew we had about an hour to get from where we were to where we needed to be. And so I had my bag with me, and I pulled out my book, and I was reading it calmly, thinking, this is really cool. I got an hour. I'm not driving, no hassles, right? And all of a sudden, my friend goes, oh, holy. You know, when I get home, I hope my wife, Mary, remembered to get the dry cleaning. You know, last week she forgot the dry cleaning. And I tell you, that woman can't remember to put her glasses on in the morning when she gets out of bed. And then sometimes she remembers to have dinner for me, and other times she doesn't, and then she prepares these things that I don't like, and she comes up with these new recipes. I wish she would quit trying new things. And I just thought, oh, Jack. Because he was even bringing me down in the way that he was looking at life. So if you really want to be in life, another way to look at that day would be, wow, I can't wait to get home. I know that when I get home, Mary's going to be there, and I know that she's going to give me a big hug. And I know that she loves me, and I love her, and I'm so glad I have a job, I have a home. We're going to have a wonderful dinner together. I just know it. And isn't that just a different way, a better way of living your life? Have expectations, have faith that your day is going to unfold as a good one. That's faith. So when you know that God is inside you as a design, you will overcome fear and worry, and you will replace it with the most powerful of all, love. So now, take a look at your stone. Love stones, please. Love stones. Oh, look at this love. And what does it say on the other side?
Express yourself.
Yes, express yourself. Be that essence. Yes, blow your horn. Be that essence of love. Give it, receive it freely. It's the one thing in life that it's endless, right? There's an infinite amount of love that you can receive and that you can give. It's the power, and if you're feeling love, you're not afraid of anything. You won't feel it. Think about the most great feeling in life is when you feel love. And what I'd like you to do now is we're just going to pause for a moment. I want you to think about where you loved yourself for something that you had done. Loved yourself, just wanted to hug yourself. And then shift your thought. Where you felt truly loved. Just close your eyes for a moment and just relive that moment of being loved. So much goodness, unlimited. So where do we go from here with God's qualities? Well, of course we go to the next one, which is the peace stones. Who's got peace stones? All right, look at the peace around us. And what does it say? What does it say on the other side.
Just be you.
Just be you. Yes. There's so much peace in just accepting ourselves. We're all of this goodness. We've already built joy into our lives. We've built faith in. We've built love in. Now, feel that peace. So just a moment. Close your eyes. Breathe in a deep breath. And exhale. Now open your eyes and pick up your rose. Put your rose right in front of your eyes, for this is all you're going to see. In silence, just look at your rose. What do you see? What do you feel? Now, isn't that magnificent? What a creation of God. What color? Different colors. And what do I see from here? I see a garden. I see a garden of roses. Spirits blooming. What wonder. And just in that few moments, through a little meditation, you stop. When you focus on one thing, and only one thing, your mind is quiet. The world is not invading your thoughts. So this was just a very basic example of how do you bring calm and peace into your life through meditation. Focus. Which brings us to the last God quality for today. So how many people have their stones that say truth? Truth. Truth. And what does it say behind your word of truth?
Be inspired.
Be inspired. God is truth. Truth is God. It is everything that we have. Be inspired. Be a doing orientation type of person. So know your truth, but also take action. Take action. For we are here to give. We are here to receive. We are here now to love. It is the ultimate truth. So now, out of your bag, please take your pen and your paper, because I'm going to ask you to do one thing. And if you got a little plastic nubbly on the bottom, it's because they're all brand new pens, and they put those on there, so you might have to just nudge that on before it comes off. So I want you to write down your favorite thing to do in life, and I want you to put when you're going to do it. The what and the when of the favorite thing in your life. You can always just put a couple words, just a little clue, and for us who are more perfectionists, we can always write it on a little more detail later. For now, we're going to move into what is a sensory aspect of the quality of God. So, where are my grace stones here? Grace, grace, where is grace? And what does it say behind your grace stone?
Just be you.
Just be you.
Yay!
Yes! We're celebrating here today in us as we are. Grace. And so now I want you to think about a burden that you've been carrying, because it's time to get your balloon out. If you're comfortable doing your balloon, because you don't have to do it now, you can do it later too. But we're social distancing, so here, what I'm asking you to do is, number one, think about a burden that you're carrying today. Think about something that you might have done that you wish you wouldn't have. You wish you wouldn't have said it to a friend, or you wish that you could forgive someone that has done something in their life that affected you. And just think for a moment about that. Because being yourself is about release, letting it all go, being free. And you can always jot it on your paper too. For this is time for us to forgive ourselves and let go. Total release. So at the moment that you feel like celebrating, you can always blow up that balloon and just release it and let it all go. Or you can take your piece of paper and write it down, and then you can crumble it and you can burn it in your candle. But take that affirmative action to release. For it's through that action you truly know. So now in our conclusion for this development of recognizing all of the qualities of God, we find that a lot of people will ask a question in life. Their question is, if I had 1 hour to live, who would I call? Well, the question today in regard to our souls is, in the same situation, if it was said, if I only had 1 hour to live, what God qualities of my soul do I want to experience? What qualities of my soul do I want to experience in the last hour of my life? It's an important question to ask. So in this celebration, our connectedness is our soul. It's critical to our ability to feel peace and love, and to act in kindness towards others, and to feel a sense of gratitude and wonder in life. It's our soul that expresses this, and we have to nourish our soul. We tend to it, we care for it, like we would a garden of roses. We make sure that we are happy because our soul is nourished, and we become kinder, gentler, and more compassionate people in love. So what have you experienced today about your soul? You are developing soul energy. It's like a Super Soul Sunday, right? You got the energy. You have celebrated. You know God qualities, and they're all yours. You celebrate life through joy. We demonstrate faith, yes, in how we live. We give and we receive without limit, as we are doing today. We create peace through the calming of our minds by the focus on a simple rose. We know when we share the truth, and we are unified in this unity of God. And we all live in grace, just as we are, who we are, the God that is in you. So please join me in saying, and so it is. And so it is. I am, I am, I am. And so it is. 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 Thank you. Before you sit up, I want to announce. Did we have a white rock out there? A white rock. One or two? Two? Well, as we talked about giving and receiving, each of these individuals will get a 1-year free subscription to our magazine, Science of Mind.
Okay, we're at a quandary, so we're going to decide something up here. We had prepared a song for after the reading, but you know, things were a little bit different today. So hey, let's do amazing things. Because I think after that celebration out there, I think we all feel inspired to be amazing people and go out and inspire the people to be amazing. Yes?
Yes.
It's amazing to be here.
Choice each new day brings, and with every step you take, bless the progress that you make. The reason you live is there in every gift you give. Love your life, love your dreams. You will do amazing things.
And now it's time for us to move into our moment of sharing and caring and blessing. In this moment, we know that giving and receiving is our lives. It gives us great joy. And joy is so important, as well as gratitude for all the wonderful elements and people, experiences in our lives. As I'm grateful for this Center of Spiritual Living program. So please, join me in saying, and I'll say this slowly, since we usually have a screen. I attract all good things into being.
I attract all good things into being.
The power of my faith enhances my experience.
The power of my faith enhances my experience.
The creative source gives me health, loving relationships, finance. The loving source in my life gives me health, relationships, finance, fulfillment, passions, purpose, and joy. The creative source is in my life always.
The creative source is in my life always.
A constant state of perfection.
A constant state of perfection.
Freely giving itself.
Freely giving itself.
And I declare it is my bounty.
And I declare it is my bounty.
And so it is.
And so it is.
And if our ushers would come forward, unless we have a different process, which I don't know. What we have up here are giving baskets. And if we have some wonderful music, now please, thank you.
Okay, guys, did you have fun? Did you love the service? All right. I just wanted to give a few more, and let me bring this down right here. I got a few announcements for everyone. Yay! If you want to have an incredible life, a life that you truly love, we have 3 wonderful classes, okay, that everyone needs to participate in. Say yes, you're going to participate. Yes. All right. So it is about closer to the starting of spring right now, and we do have a lot of class that is about manifestation. You want to have wonderful relationships, health, and wealth.
Yo-yo.
all of the above. We have all these classes, okay? So let me first introduce announcement number 1. This is the class by Dr. Nadine. Now this is just next week on Sunday, right after service. It's just 2 hours, and it's really gonna be everything. You know how Dr. Nadine is when he tries to share the message. It's gonna be down-packed, a lot of things that you can bring, a lot of tools to certainly open you up and be able to co-create with Spirit. So that's announcement number 1. Dr. Nadine, don't forget about it. It's called mental equivalence.
Yes.
Okay, so the deadline for registration is April 22nd. Now the second class, another amazing class. Now this is a class that is actually a Center for Spiritual class. So if you are really serious about working that all together in your life, we have a session which is on Tuesday, starting on May 3rd, and it is actually, oh, I got that reversed. It's actually starting on Tuesday, May 4th, and it's actually from 6 to 8 p.m. Tuesday by Reverend Phil. Again, it's a CSL accredited class. If you want to do a deep dive, this is the class that you need to take. And it's only for $145. It's not a lot of money, but it's really worth it. You know, any one of you that wanted to be a practitioner, this is one of the foundational classes that is highly recommended that you should all take, okay? Okay, and now here's another real fun one. Everything is about manifesting in the next couple of months. Another class from Dr. Nadine. Now, if you want to be inspired every day, when you wake up in the morning for 31 days, for 20 minutes, at about 10 a.m. in the morning, Dr. Nadine is providing a prosperity class as well. So this is a great way to bootstrap your day and feel that energy so you're well connected with Spirit. So take this class. It is called The Prosperous Me, and it's only for $89. Not a lot of, it's really, really very minimal, but a lot of great benefits. And now the other last announcement that I want to share with everyone is this a special discussion that Reverend Phil has got going, and it's called Common Ground. Okay, very important, Common Ground. And the second in the series is going to be this coming Wednesday, April 21st. This is a very good discussion so that we get to understand racial diversity awareness. And at the same time, we can develop common ground understanding of how to develop a world that works for everyone.
Yay!
Don't you just want that? A world that works for everyone. Say yes. So those are our announcements. Isn't this an exciting sector? Don't you just love this sector? Okay, so we'll see you next week, guys. All right? Yay! Take those classes, guys. All right. Thank you.
But we won't be seeing until the following week, right? That's right.
So just to close our ceremony, we will end, of course, with a message of love for God, and then followed by wonderful music. And we thank you so much to all of our musicians. So with this, I must first close with great gratitude. Gratitude for everyone's energy today. Gratitude for the giving, for the support to the Center for Spiritual Living partner. For we truly are a spiritual home that welcomes all. And God surrounds us with love. And this day, as we go forward, we shine. We shine with the light of all the goodness and the qualities of God. We are joy. We are peace. We are truth. We are love. And we shine our light of faith. So with this, go with joy. Go with love. And enjoy this beautiful Colorado day so blessed by God. And please join me in saying, and so it is.